Welcome to the Oklahoma News Report. I'm Rich Lenz. Oklahoma is one of only 3 states that has yet to implement the federally mandated Real ID program, and the state is facing another deadline to do so in less than 3 weeks. ONR's Rory Taylor reports on the latest efforts to get Real ID compliant and the consequences if we don't.
In April of 2020, the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety is expected to begin issuing a new license that will fully comply with the Congressional Real ID Act of 2005. Without it, you'll be denied entry into federal facilities, and you won't be able to board a commercial airline.
We are telling people about the Real ID Act. It does go into effect in October 2020.
The Real ID Act was enacted 14 years ago as a part of the nation's ongoing response to 9/11. In 2007, Oklahoma legislators, claiming federal overreach, passed a law banning the Department of Public Safety from complying with the federal mandate.
It wasn't until 2017 that they passed another law saying, okay, yes, we can now become Real ID compliant.
Sarah Stewart is the Director of Media Operations at the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety. It's her job to make the public aware that full compliance is less than a year away.
We are on track to begin issuing Real IDs April 30th of 2020, April 30th of next year, and that will begin in the larger metropolitan areas like Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
That gives the state just 7 months to finalize plans to fully implement the new system and coordinate with the vendor hired to produce the ID cards.
We have to scan all documents and keep copies of all documents here. So we're having to upgrade our entire system to accommodate all of that.
The Real ID Act requires additional layers of information to confirm a person's identity. You must not only provide forms of identification, but also proof of residency in the state, such as a signed lease agreement, utility bill, or a bank statement.
And I know some people have been concerned that the Real ID is like a national identification card, and that is not the case. All the records will still be kept at state level. People can't get a hold of that information without like a court subpoena. It will be extremely secure.
But all of this happens in 2020. More pressing, the federal government's latest deadline extension to become compliant, which expires in 2 weeks on October 10th.
Governor Stitt has sent a letter to the Department of Homeland Security requesting another extension that would take us through October 1st of 2020 of next year.
If granted, it will be Oklahoma's 5th deadline extension and give the state another 12 months to get people prepared for the changes.
We're starting to get the word out now. We've had conversations with TSA at the airports and doing things there. We're going to start putting stuff out on social media. We actually had a booth at the state fair. Our vendor did. They were really touting the mobile driver's license, but we also had information on Real ID there.
Oklahoma and many other states have hired a vendor called Idemia to print license and ID cards. Idemia is also producing for Oklahoma a mobile app.
The mobile ID app has a number of different functions. It's a digital wallet. It has a proofing of your identity software built in there. It uses biometrics.
The new mobile app will require further approval from both the state legislature and federal regulators before it can be used in place of a physical ID, which will remain a valid form of identification, though the digital ID will have its advantages.
We can eliminate all tax fraud. We can eliminate DHS fraud. This mobile application will do that using biometric signature, comparing your photo to the record on file at Department of Public Safety to prove your identity. And so we'll be able to link this application to a number of other, not only government applications, but other third-party applications.
The program is in a full beta test right now, which means anyone can give it a try by signing up at innovate.ok.gov.
Number one, we have the mobile ID, which we talked about. We have Real ID compliance in accordance with federal law. And at the same time, we're overhauling our entire Department of Public Safety system on a new, complete 360 modernization.
And
each of those tasks represents a separate challenge.
So you do still have to have that plastic form of ID, and currently TSA is not accepting, they will not accept a mobile DL.
Until that changes, Real ID compliant licenses will be needed to board an airplane no later than October 1st of 2020. The new license will feature a star symbol in the upper right-hand corner. They should be available by April 30th of next year. Rory Taylor, The Oklahoma News Report.